What the?
She's in there. Good. Get out! Now! What?
Stop gaping like a stuffed owl and piss off!
Clear off!
You again? Piss off!
Take him out!
Right, I'm going. Calm down.
Well, what's it gonna be? Get out of here!
Stop, Kate!
Huh. Kurva! Fuck you!
I'll rip your ass open. No chance.
You can't take me.
We'll see about that. Ha ha! You never saw that coming. No chance. Useless.
Buddy, stop! Back off before I kill you. Clear off. Get out of here.
Show your stuff. Fuck! Another one! Mercy!
Thanks to
Spare
God
me!
and the Blessed Virgin.
Oh!
What's that? Hey, you!
Yes?
How about stretching those limbs and getting some light exercise? Shall we spar? Who's this that chance has brought my way? I'm Peter, but everyone calls me Hornet.
I'm Henry, of Skalitz.
Forgive me, but you don't look much like a nobleman.
That I am not.
It's just when you say of Skalitz, it has a noble ring to it.
Well, it's just my way of saying I'm not from these parts. Besides, my name doesn't hold a candle to yours, Hornet. How did you come by such a moniker?
After a fight, my opponents say the blows I give them are right stingers. Want to see for yourself?
You roam the world challenging random passers-by to duels.
Exactly.
Is that how you make a living?
Ah, no, not like that. I move from village to village, and people pay me for whatever they happen to need. Sometimes I'm asked to lug some stuff. Other times I guard a caravan. Occasionally I get to intimidate wretches who refuse to pay their debts. As long as I'm getting paid.
You enjoy scaring people in debt, huh?
Haha, that doesn't come into it. I've nothing against them. I get paid to deliver this and that from so-and-so. After that, it's none of my concern.
A mountain of muscle for sale.
Exactly. And there's no harm in pitting your fighting skills against someone now and then on the road. Especially when money's involved. So, what do you say?
I have to go.
Farewell.
Blessings to you. I'll be with you. And maybe wash up a bit, will you?
A bit longer and I'll be hunched over like an old bunny.
What's that noise? Oh, so you're doing that. Right then. Greetings. Greetings. You're a bit picky, aren't you?
Greetings to you. Good man. Hold on.
Everything all right?
Do you have a moment?
The Lord be with you.
What's going on?
Do you have any coin to spare?
Tell me, how come you're begging? What happened to you?
Allow me to disabuse you of your misconception. I am no beggar. I simply find myself in a bind compelling me to rely on the kindness of good people.
So, you're begging?
But I'm not a beggar.
Why are you asking for charity? Fancy an ale, eh? The amount you're looking for, it sounds like you plan on downing a whole keg.
That wouldn't go amiss, but really, I need the coin so I can travel to Vlashin.
That's quite a way.
I've always found it to be a day or two's ride.
But I don't see any horse.
I don't have one. That is true. I'll join a caravan, ride along, pay for my way, my provisions and such.
Begging, but not a beggar, and he needs money to get to Vlashin. Oh, I've come across a fair few beggars before, but none have ever said that to me.
Must be a coincidence?
Look, you can tell me what's going on here.
I can't. You're prying way too much as it is.
And you're surprised? I run into beggars, but never any like yourself. Something's obviously fishy here.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. I simply want to reach Vlashin. You know, see a bit of the world and that.
Look, no more games.
I've told you.
I can spare you a few coins. It's a lot more than I normally give, I have to say.
Thank you so much. May the Lord repay your kindness.
Farewell. May you travel safely.
Yes, thank you.
So you're saying the number of stanzas or style of meter are irrelevant?
I'll be right there.
F-U-C-K. To hell with your meter and stanzas. It's about getting to the point.
You foul Bulgarian.
I'm no Bulgarian. I'm as Czech as you.
People.
And at least I fuck. And like who, eh?
You're a beast.
Who do you think's gonna be standing in the street till 5 in the morning serenading while I'm upstairs showing my sense of rhythm to some Kuttenberg damsel?
Animal.
Hey, where's that beer?
Oh, it's true. You've always had my back, and you've never betrayed me. Of course not. We men just gotta stick together. Otherwise, we're fucked.
Oh, your love is clear to me when I see your hose around your knees.
Good God. What's that supposed to be?
Oh, okay.
Proper poetry, innit? A celebration of all that's beautiful in this world.
All that's beautiful, all that's under those hose of yours is shit-stained braids.
Since our Czech Dante don't like it, I'll give him another one for good measure. How my heart is aching for your comforting caress. Meanwhile,
God
let me
bless.
slip my hand
you.
underneath your dress.
Oh, God. Perhaps you'd be better off composing poetry about nature.
As you wish. 'Tis wise to imitate nature's habits. From dusk till dawn, go at it like rabbits.
Oh, why did I open my mouth?
What do you want, you yokel? But make it quick.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a friend of mine. He's not from round here, but...
Let me guess. A dirty ruffian who ain't got a grosh into his name but acts like he owns the bloody place.
He was here then?
Aye, he was. He was larging it up good and proper, and then he found some lads who paid his bill, unfortunately.
What do you mean by that? Why unfortunately?
Because they're right ruffians who are always up to no good. But still, birds of a feather, eh? In the end, they left like best pals. I've got no idea where they went.
What's going on around here, innkeeper?
You're not going to believe this, but 2 local lads claim they found a water goblin's treasure.
You have a water goblin here.
It would be a wonder if we didn't, with all the ponds around. He's got a hut nearby. If you follow the right bank of the Rock Tower Pond, you'll find it hidden in the reeds.
Tis wise to imitate nature's habits. From dusk till dawn, go at it like rabbits.
Where did you say the water goblin's hut was?
If you follow the right bank of the Rock Tower Pond, you'll find it hidden in the reeds.
And what did they find there? Are you sure they didn't make it up?
I thought so too at first. They're foolish lads, so I wouldn't be surprised. But then they ordered wine and paid with silver. Their purse was jingling with groschen.
Would you happen to know where I could find these lads?
They often swim at the other side of the Rock Tower Pond. There's a pier there by the dam. That's their spot.
Any other news?
Recently, a bunch of charcoal burners who have their kilns on the hill above the Kerchak Pond came here to have a beer. I started talking to them and they told me they almost didn't make it.
Why?
They said a pack of wolves came after them.
Aren't wolves afraid of people?
That's what I thought too. It's strange.
Did they tell you where it happened?
In a gorge above the Rock Tower Pond. They noticed the wolves watching them from the rocks. If you climb up those rocks, you'll be able to see the whole pond from there.
Did they tell you how large the pack was?
They mentioned 3 wolves, but God knows if that's all of them.
Do you have any more news?
By the way, we've put together this wee fight club here. Would you like to try it?
That sounds good. What's it about?
It actually came about by chance when the Miller Crazel and me bet on who has the stronger hired hands. Then other blokes from the village joined in, and it's become somewhat of a tradition. By the way, old Olbram from Zhelejov keeps complaining about the Takovites. If you go and see him, I'm sure he'll tell you more about it. But, well, he takes a bit of getting used to, though.
Oh? What do you mean?
You'll see. I mean, here, and that's pretty much everything.
Thanks, innkeeper. That sounds interesting.
Night. Why linger on? Linger on.
Welcome, my good man. Karl von Unterbrick is the name.
I'm Henry. Are you German?
No. Why? Should I be?
Well, you've got a German face.
Honest looking, eh?
Yes. And do you live here? Under the bridge?
You envy me, eh?
Of course. It's a real palace.
Well, don't even think about it. It's my bridge. And now you're here. You want to buy something?
You're selling something?
Of course. Gifts from heaven.
Gifts from heaven? What do you mean?
Just what I said. You're a bit slow, aren't you? When folks go home from the tavern, often as not they're pissed as a newt. And from time to time they drop something. Or even throw something down here. All nice stuff it is. See for yourself.
Show me your wares. A word about the price.
Sure, why not?
Do we have a deal?
You must be from a poor region. You see, I knew we'd make a deal. Thank you, and take care.
Fuck you, Horton.
You've no chance!
That was something. Oh! Enough! I give up!
There'll be no surrendering! What the fuck is this supposed to mean?
Hey, lad. What do you want? Come here.
What do you want?
Just to wish you a good day. Good to see you, lad.
Really? It seems to me I'm in your way.
Ha! Not at all. That poor fella didn't have anything interesting on him, but you might.
You don't look like a match for me. I bet your bark is worse than your bite.
Ha! Take care, lad. I was already slitting throats while you were still sucking on your ma's tits.
Well, anyone can slit throats if they have the stomach for it. But a real fight, with iron in hand, now that's something else entirely.
And? You think I'm afraid of you?
Well, maybe you should be. I may have lost everything, but I can still beat the shit out of you with what I've got to hand.
But I was just joking. I wasn't serious. I'd better be on my way.
If we ever meet again, you won't be leaving on your feet. Before we part ways, have you seen a dog?
A dog? No, I haven't. But when I'm out at night, laying in wet, looking for work, I often hear wolves howling by the rocks near the pond.
There's something lying over there. I hope it's not Mutt. Dead and robbed of everything, just like Capon left him. And there's no trace of Mutt. Nice bit of venison, and something took a good bite of it. Could Mutt have been here? Mutt's nowhere around. Someone must have taken him in. It's not far to the herb woman's place. Maybe I should ask her whether she's seen him.
Have you seen Pavlena anywhere, Henry? Where is that girl you're with?
Thank you once again for saving Sir Hans's life, and mine. I promised I'd pay you back, and I keep my word. So please accept this token of gratitude on behalf of me and Sir Hans.
Thank you, Henry. You're an honourable man who doesn't make promises lightly. I'll put it aside for Pavlena. And since you're here, would you help an old woman with something? It's about Pavlena.
Has something happened?
My daughter Pavlena, remember her? She was here when I was healing you two.
I remember. What's wrong with her?
She's missing. It's not like her to be wandering around like that. She goes to Troskovitz to sell baskets, but she knows I can't manage on my own, so she never stays away for long. These old eyes of mine can't see nothing much. Pavlena has to take care of me. She's a good girl, that lass of mine. I'm very worried about her. You understand? What if something's happened to her? God forbid. I can't look for her myself, but you could. I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I've no one else to turn to.
Do you think anyone might want to hurt Pavlena?
These are evil times, Henry. I dread to think what could happen to a young girl alone on the road. And besides, the folk in Troskovitz ain't too fond of us.
What have the Troskovitz people got against you? Did something happen?
I'd rather not talk about it, Henry. I wouldn't want you to get the wrong impression about us.
But what if her disappearance is connected with it? Tell me about it, good wife.
Well, we haven't always lived here in the rocks, you know. We're from Troskovitz originally.
Right. And how come you left?
Left? They threw us out. A childbirth went awry, and we were driven away by all the lies told about us.
Went awry? What happened?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm sure the good folk of Troskovitz will be only too keen to tell you.
Where exactly was Pavlena going?
To Troskovitz. She was taking wicker baskets she'd made. She sells them there and uses the coin to buy what we need. Sometimes it takes her a while, but this time she said she'd be right back. I have a bad feeling about this.
Did it occur to you she might have run off? She's a young girl and pretty. What kind of life does she have here in the woods? Maybe she wanted to live a little.
You don't know Pavlena. She's not like that. If she wanted to live a little, she'd tell me straight out. She doesn't keep things from me. Don't imagine I keep her here against her will, or that I don't know what it means to be young.
Pavlena is young and, well, no offence, but you seem a little old to be her mother. Is she really your daughter?
She is. Not by birth, but that doesn't change anything. Her mother died in childbirth, and there was no one but me to take care of her.
And who was Pavlena's birth mother?
A girl from the charcoal burners. They left the county, and I think she had no one else. I buried her myself. No one came for her.
And do you know anything about Pavlena's father?
I don't know who he was. Pavlena's mother was very young, and the fella surely abandoned her when her belly grew. She never told me nothing about him.
Well, as a midwife, I'm sure you've seen it often, well, that the mother doesn't survive childbirth.
All too often, lad. But that's the lot of women. Or is it any different where you're from?
No, it's not. True enough.
See then? Now, can we just keep our minds on Pavlena?
All right, good wife. I'll try to find Pavlena for you.
Thank you, Henry. Like I said, she was heading for Troskovitz. You should start looking there.
All right. I'll ask around there for her.
And maybe you could look in her room in the loft. My old legs ain't up to climbing stairs, but you might find some clues there.
So, Pavlena, what have you left for me? Like she got up and went straight out. Clothes. If she planned to run away, she'd have taken them with her. She's got unfinished work here. Hey, this is a boy's cap. Does Pavlena wear it? Or did someone leave it here? Have you seen a stray dog around? I thought he was dead, but he's likely still alive.
I'm sorry. I haven't seen any dogs around.
Oh, Sakra. Do you have any idea where else he might have gone?
If I were a dog, I'd go to where there's food. There are plenty of fishermen around the pond, and they're always throwing out leftovers at the tavern.
Do you think he'd go and steal leftover food?
I don't know much about dogs. He could have run into the woods and started hunting. He wouldn't be the first or the last. There's a whole pack of wolves near Samin these days. Maybe your dog's gone feral and is running around with them.
Thanks. I had a look in Pavlena's place in the loft.
And? Did you find anything?
She didn't pack up her stuff. I don't think she was planning to be gone for long.
I told you, didn't I? Pavlena wouldn't run off.
She's got unfinished work there. She weaves baskets.
Aye, she usually has a few on the go, but she took them to the market in Troskovitz. We've got nothing here but what we make ourselves, or find in the woods. Pavlena weaves baskets very nicely. Folk buy them from her.
I found a cap there. A man's cap. I don't suppose Pavlena would wear something like that.
You're saying she had some young man here? I'd surely have noticed.
I don't know, good wife. I'm just saying what I found.
Could she have found herself a beau in Troskovitz? Take care.
can't swim.
Hail!
Ale.
Show me your wares. I'd like to discuss the price.
All right, I'm listening.
Satisfied?
That's quite a sum. Lower your price a bit and we'll make a deal. Aye, you'll convince me with that price. Thank you. And a good day to you, friend.
And they try to tell us charms and spells do not work. Temera, the voivode will want to talk to you. Plaćo divec, gađo.
God be with you.
Te aveți bahtalo, Romea. And they try to tell us charms and spells do not work. Temera, the voivode will want to talk to you. Sarđive zmričaj.
Tam ništa so, pali kerao.
Sei gesund.
God bless.
Look at him, that Gajo. Aranka described somebody just like him. Go and see the voivod.
You look to me a lot like the one Aranka was talking about. The voivod will want to talk to you.
Te aves Bachtalo.
Heled egy szempillantás alatt kész leszek.
You're a dead man! You know that?
Nem kellett volna beleütnöd az orrodat. Nesze, te kurva! Nincs esélyed, te nyomorú! Ennyi volt. Vigyen el, Jabashhan!
dead.
How can I help you today, friend?
Show me your wares. Let's talk about the price.
All right, I'm listening.
What would you say to this?
That's not worth it. You see, I knew we'd make a deal. Thank you, and take care.
Kaj jazz more. And they try to tell us charms and spells do not work.
Tetumenga, you look just like that gajo that Arasha was talking about. Servus, sartu ke jao.
Look at him, that gajo. Aranka described somebody just like him. Go and see the voivod. And they try to tell us charms and spells do not work. Temeraf, the voivod will want to talk to you.
Tumenge. You look just like that gadget that Taranka was talking about. Go and see the voivod.
My name is Henry, and I've heard in the village that you're a renowned strongman, juggler, and moreover, skilled with a weapon. Is that true?
Depends. Why do you ask?
I'm looking for someone to help me.
What's it about?
Well, it's complicated. But the short version is, a few days ago I barely avoided the gravedigger's shovel. I thought I was done for. That's how badly beaten I was. And now, well, I'm feeling a bit unsure in combat. I need to regain my confidence, if you know what I mean.
Aye, that I can do. If what you say is true, I could really help you out, friend. I've been missing a good fight around here.
What would you like in return?
Oh, please. I'll do it out of sheer kindness. I don't have anything to do right now anyway. You can pay me next time.
We can start right away.
All right. Follow me to the arena.
Shall we begin?
Here's a practice longsword, so we don't hurt each other. Let's see what you've got. We'll start with exchanges, and if you do well, we'll try something harder. You're going to attack. Commit to it. Don't stop after a single strike. Dish out several. Now I'm going to show you a simple technique that builds on that. You'll attack from the right, then left, then right again. Attacks follow one after the other. And you don't even have to break through your opponent's cover.
So right, left, and then right again.
Exactly. You could also do it the other way around. I'll let you have exactly 3 strikes, so you're not wasting effort just flailing around. Beautiful. Once more. Well done. Aye, you've got the hang of it. Let's try something more difficult. I'll teach you a real technique. You start with a slash from above, then from the right, and when your opponent expects another attack from above, you do a quick sidestep and drag your blade horizontally across his belly.
So I'll start from the top, then from the right, and then...
From the left. Remember, top, right, and finally left.
All right, let's give it a try.
I'll let you make 3 strikes just like before. No more. Why didn't you finish? Where are you attacking from? Try again. Beautiful. Once more. Well done. That's that, then. You don't even have to use a longsword for this technique. It'll work with any other weapon.
That'll come in handy.
And one more piece of advice. Any attack can start with this or that technique. Look, if I attack from the right, your riposte will come from above. And that's the first step of this technique. Think about it.
What about other techniques?
I'll teach you even more if you want, but it won't be as cheap. And you'll also have to know a thing or two first. If you prove yourself to me, I'll teach you the best technique of all, Meisterhau, also known as the Master Strike.
How about someone else?
I'm sure I'm not the only swordsman around who could teach you something.
How can I prove myself to you so that you'll teach me the Master Strike?
You'll have to defeat me in a sword fight, because this technique only works for swords.
So all I have to do is challenge you?
That's right.
I'll challenge you to a duel then.
Good. Come and join me in the arena.
Shall we begin?
Let's begin. Defend yourself. Now that's what I call an opener. Surprised? Oh, Christ! Shit! Sorry, lad, but it's too soon for me to teach you the Master Strike.
Let me try it again.
Nonsense. If you can't defeat me fresh, you won't defeat me all bloodied up.
I'll tend to my wounds and be right back.
Very well then. I'll wait for you here, but I don't have all day. Get a move on.
Tumenge.
Oh!
Marman Markarea.
Ah! What are you? Fucking hell!
Pacify him. You haven't a chance.
We're gonna gut you, you horse-on!
Curse him! My God!
What now, fucker?
No, you don't.
Quick, come with me. I'll fill you in later. Quick, come with me. I'll fill you in later.
Come and get another. Get up. We're not finished here. Enough. If it's trouble you want, we can go to the bailiff. Pay for the damages, or I'll have the guards take you in.
Look, I don't care.
I need your help. Come on.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Filthy vermin.
What was that idiot thinking?
Where are my shoes? Shall we begin?
Let's begin. Defend yourself.
Christ! I'm hit!
Watch and learn! Sorry, lad.
Shall we begin?
Let's begin. Defend yourself.
Da! Da! Da!
Now that's what I call an opener.
So, do you think I have what it takes?
All right. You deserve to be taught the Master Strike. Here's a training sword so he won't get hurt.
Let's get to it.
The pinnacle of swordsmanship are so-called Master Strikes. You can only perform a technique like that with a sword, no matter if it's short or long, or if you're using a shield. What you do need is a blade and a guard that protects your hands. Master Strike is a technique that allows you to counter an opponent's attack with your own. A swordsman that can learn such a technique is undefeatable. Let me show you. Attack me from the right. Watch and learn! Now you try. Master Strikes are what elevates the swords above other weapons, and there is no defense against them. You've learned how to parry your opponent's attack with a properly timed block, but this time, you attack instead of blocking. Timing and direction are everything. Hit your opponent at the right time and from the right angle. I'll attack slowly from above. You take up position with your sword below and strike against my attack. But enough talk. Come and try it yourself. Excellent. All right, let's try it once more. But this time, I'll attack from the side. Now pay attention. If I hold my sword to the left, put yours to the right. If I'm on the right, get ready on the left. Master Strike works only with an opposite strike. Otherwise, it's the same. You strike when I begin my attack. Ready?
Always.
Good. Again. That's the way. You're getting the hang of it. Now let's try it for real. I'll fight you normally, and you have to pay attention to which direction I'm attacking from. Then attack from the opposite side.
I understand. Let's start.
You're getting the hang of it. Again. No, you need to attack too. Snap out of it. That's not it. You have to attack me too. Beautiful. Try it again. That's not it. You have to attack me too. Excellent. That's enough. Here's a few more tips. If your opponent knows how to perform a Master Strike, don't give them an opportunity to use it. Try not to attack from the opposite side. Now for the most important part. You can use a Master Strike to defend against an opponent's riposte. After a perfect block, your positions are always set. Your opponent knocks your sword to the left, then attacks with a riposte to the right. Until that point, you could only defend yourself with a perfect block. Now you can surprise your opponent with a Master Strike that he hasn't a hope of blocking. Understand?
Why should I use the Master Strike?
If all you do is defend, you're bound to fail sooner or later. That's why it's better to counterattack. Strike the opponent's weapon from the opposite side. You'll block their weapon while hitting them at the same time. That's what the Master Strike is all about. Usually, you'll be aiming at your opponent's weak point. If you don't win the fight then and there, you'll surely at least injure and stun your opponent. If that's the case, don't stop. Keep attacking before your opponent has a chance to recover.
Why should I use a perfect block when I can do a Master Strike?
That depends. Sometimes it's good to exchange a few blocks and counterattacks, then unexpectedly finish with a Master Strike. Your opponent can't use a Master Strike if you don't attack from the opposite side. Try changing the position of your blade. Attack unpredictably. If your opponent uses a perfect block, and his riposte is headed towards your blade, attack instead of defending, and you might win the fight.
What's better, the Master Strike or combos?
Combos are purely offensive techniques. They're strings of attacks to put your opponent in a position you want. Then you can finish them off with a stronger technique. But even your combo can be interrupted by an opponent's Master Strike. When your combo doesn't work out, your opponent interrupts it with a block and attacks. It doesn't mean the fight's over. Just use a perfect block. Or you can even use a Master Strike.
That's enough for me. I think I understand.
Good. That's all I can teach you. Now, it's up to you to learn how to use the Master Strike in combat.
I'll do my best. Thanks, Tomcat. Will you teach me another swordsmanship trick?
Don't be foolish. This isn't the time for that. Come back when it's light out.
Can you show me how you pull off some of your feats of strength?
I don't know. You mean you don't know how to hand out slaps? Or just how to follow one up?
Well, I'm not a complete beginner. And I'm not as interested in slaps as I am in swordsmanship and wrestling.
Ah, I see. I could help with that. I wouldn't want to beat a dead horse, after all. You know what I mean, right?
I understand. I'll try not to disappoint you. And I'd be grateful if you'd make time for me, Master.
Of course I'll show you what I know. But you can't be stingy, my friend.
I understand. Don't worry. I'll pay you. Are you good with a sword?
I'm good with everything, my friend. But I prefer a bone-breaking cudgel over a sword.
That doesn't sound bad. But I'd like to...
I get it. You just want to cross swords with the famous Master Tomcat, right? Come on! Let's go and kick up some dust.